This is my D.R. Horton built home, and a couple of years ago, this happened. I started noticing cracking in some of the stonework that was done over my front porch. I reported it, nothing was done. They said it was cosmetic. About a year later, I was taking Christmas lights down, and then when climbing the ladder, the entire wall shifted. More calls to the builder and home warranty company, still no luck. Decided to go ahead and investigate it from the inside, and it just turns out that the quality of my home build is just not very good. To just make a long story short, the builder who wouldn't return my calls until a TikTok video went absolutely viral finally sent someone out to tear down the wall and rebuild it. This time, actually using the brick ties they somehow forgot to use the first round. Which has all led us to the benefit of a really crappy situation, a pallet's worth of limestone that used to be on the front of my house that is now sitting here in the backyard. The only big question mark, and it's an important question mark, is how far this will all go on the front of the dream shop, because I might need a lot more. Now, because I live in an HOA, the only way I was able to get this building approved to build was to make the exterior facade similar to the main dwelling on the property. Brick, stone, and siding. Since I had all this leftover material from the front of the house, we decided to go ahead and utilize it here on the front of the shop and build the first 4 feet with stone. So naturally, there's probably a right way to do this, but I don't know the right way. So we're probably taking the long and hard way, which is literally laying out in front of the shop. That looks good there. 1 rock down, several thousand pounds to go. They're over here. Let's go. My simple game plan was to measure the wall, doors, and windows and tape out an area on the driveway that I could lay out the stone to see how far this stack was gonna get us, but also kind of control the pattern that'll end up on the wall. As you lay it out on the ground, it's really not that much to cover, so we actually might be okay with the limestone that we have on that pallet. But I am also realizing I never finished the brick molding around the door, so I think there is like a brick molding trim that I need to go ahead and install up and around the door frame. That way when the limestone makes the molding, it looks clean. Yeah. You want gloves? 5? High. High 5. 5. All right. Time to relocate some limestone. With all the work we're going to be doing on the front of this building in the coming days, we felt it was a safe bet to use all the extra OSB we had lying around to protect the concrete as we install all this stone and brick all the way to the top. I was optimistic that my 2 boys are going to help me move all this stone all the way across the yard, and they helped for a solid 3.5 minutes. Oh man. All right, the good news is we have a lot of limestone. Bad news is we don't have enough. So we do need to make a run somewhere. We might end up just buying a pallet and calling it good just to be on the safe side, but I did my best to try to line these up as I visually would like to see them. This is a little bit less pretty on purpose versus this side. So this side of the building, obviously further away from the main dwelling. I want this side to be really pretty. That side can compromise a little bit, but regardless, we are going to need a few more pieces. So this is pretty set up. We do have a lot of pieces that we still can use, but we just need to make a cut because these are currently cut on a slope because they went up the pitched end of my main dwelling. Still have this for backup. I'm going to guess 30 more pieces at least.
Hi! Are you guys leaving?
I will always
Gonna go get some rocks. Can I come?
Rocks. No, I want to go back inside and play Minecraft.
No.
First place, $270 a ton is what they were charging. I found somewhere on Facebook that was $150, but that's like an 1.5-hour drive. And this is my local place. Let's see what they were charging. Any guesses? $240. It's actually cheaper, so I'm gonna get it here. So I think that is it right there. It's exactly what we need. Yeah, they said grab an empty pallet and just load it up and they'll weigh it. All right, let's go get some stone. That's a good one. 1, 2, you wanna grab some small ones? These guys are my favorite. There's the rocks, they're gonna go weigh them, and then we gotta pay depending on the weight. So if it's super heavy, you have to pay. You got your money? Come on, stay over there, okay? All right, stop there. Perfect. Thank you so much. Have a good day, huh? Grand total, $93 for all of that. All right, nice day. This van just gets more and more useful. Thinking.
Were they able to just pick the pallet up and set it in?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just get them out.
Yeah, well, if you see a good spot for them, just drop them. That looks good. I think I got enough stone. I hope I did. How's it looking, guys? I'm really happy we're taking the time to do this because last thing I want is for this crew to come in here, throw the stone up, and then leave and call it good, and I'm stuck with a pattern that I hate. So this is allowing us to kind of lay everything out. One, figure out how much stone we're gonna need, but also getting the pattern how I want it. I want this thing horizontal versus some of the vertical pieces like they did on the front of the house, but we're short like 5 pieces. My estimation was off. So we have a couple more pieces to pick. We get 6s, 8s, a couple 4s, as well as pick up our brick molding for the door and some caulking filler. Not sure the correct name for it, but to fill the expansion joints in the brick. All right, so with the brick molding, this is what we're talking about here. So this piece here is what we're installing on the shop. And then it goes down all the way, comes a little bit lower than the door sill, and across, we'll miter cut it about both ends. So I measured the house before I put this red iron up. This should, oh, perfect. We're gonna cut it here. Right here. Ah, use the square because it's square. And these are the moments where obsessing over the details pay off. Brick molding installed perfectly, plumb and level, exact with the door. Even Maui Boy was impressed. Or just wanted a snack, also likely. All right. Oh, that looks legit now. Like I know what I'm doing or something. All right, real talk for a second. So over the last few weeks, my dad, the guy we call Sarge, has been around a lot, getting his 99 Silverado Z71 looking so good. And he's also been a monumental part of helping me get this dream shop built up to this point. But there's another gentleman you see a lot in the videos from time to time, and it's this guy, my father-in-law. Now, my father-in-law is really good at a lot of stuff, but there's something that he is miles beyond better than anybody I've met my entire life. The average number of spam calls he gets every day. Well, that is no longer the case, I'm happy to say, thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Delete Me, because it turns out that his personal information was all over websites run by data brokers who will sell your private information to anybody who will pay for it. These data brokers collect your name, phone number, home address, even where you work, and post it online. That opens you up to phishing scams, identity theft, or worse, people using that information to target you and your family. And after all these years, we decided to go ahead and surprise him by signing him up for Delete Me, where they go out and find your personal info on these hundreds of sites and actually work to remove it. And in fact, he just got his first privacy report update. 1,800 listings have been reviewed, 51 removed, 24 different data brokers had your personal information, advanced background checks, advanced people search, America phone book.
How in the world?
So this is only a few weeks in. Your spam calls come down as well as everything, other phishing scams, all the other crap that everybody deals with nowadays. I knew his information had to be out there everywhere, but that is no longer the case thanks to Delete Me. Definitely recommend them, guys. There's a link in the description below. joindeleteme.com/LoneStar, or you can scan this QR code. Remember to use code LoneStar at checkout for 20% off. Big mahalos to Delete Me for sponsoring today's video and making my father-in-law's private information private again. All the stone is laid out, ready to go. Brick is on site, ready to party, and it's been months that I have been laying brick, and it doesn't seem like I'm getting very far very fast. So I decided to give up finally. We're gonna hire in some help. Over the last few days, you guys don't know this, I've been going back and forth with about a dozen contractors, and the price I've been quoted to finish up this shop, 2 sides of the building, is to the moon and back. So we're working on getting a contractor lined up and ready. Regardless, we need to try to get as far as we possibly can before they get here, because every single brick I lay down is gonna save me quite a bit. So let's go ahead and get this west side of the building as complete as we possibly can. All right, first thing we're gonna tackle this morning is actually knocking down this grass. That way when they do the brick, they can see where that edge is and they're not fighting the grass. And while we were getting this done, we were able to find and land a really good masonry crew. They came out, we met, and they've agreed to complete the front and east side of the building for about 60 cents a brick. For the stonework, however, $20 a square foot. It's going to cost a pretty penny, but we have got to get moving on this project. And the best part was, they're scheduled to come out in just a few days to start that work. Now it was up to me, with the help of my father-in-law, to get this west side of the building as complete as possible before they get here. Now, after completing about 2 sides of this building pretty much solo, it is amazing having a second pair of hands helping move us along a little quicker. All right, we got Kent's muscle memory coming back in full force right now.
Not at all.
I got a conference call to hop on really quick. So Kent's gonna take over for a quick minute. Enjoy. 45 years experience here.
No.
45 years since he had experience. Better.
That's better.
Every single brick I lay today saves me 60 cents. 60 cents every single brick. How far I can get today. All right, doing the math here, about half a day so far on this, and we've saved ourselves about $130 versus paying 60 cents a brick, which is what we're gonna be paying for the remainder of this. But this is gonna be significantly more, and I've decided I'm gonna start it myself. That way I can at least say, when this is all done, that I also laid the stone. Possibly a singular stone. I'm out.
Hey, buddy.
Searching for holy flames, a sign to light up the way. So can you help me out? Can you help me out?
This part is so satisfying. This part is so satisfying. Here we go. We've jointed all the joints. Now we clean the face of the bricks. Now I'm trying to figure out a way to limit the time, or the amount of times I scrape the front side of the bricks to remove the excess mortar, because every time you do, you get this stuff right here. We get that white mortar sticking to the front. Now we will eventually acid wash the front of this thing and see if we can get a good majority of that off. But after you joint, you brush, and we go double time. Yeah, let's go. That's where you guys were. And right now we're just stair stepping it, because when the stone hits the front side of the building here, ooh, got some wind, sorry. When the stone hits the front side of the building here, we have to cut the brick to meet the stone, because not all the stones are the exact same thickness, which will be cool because it'll look natural, but for the size of the bricks, I'm gonna go ahead and stair step this. All right, that is one full mix of mud, half a bag of mortar mix. We made it all the way through without wasting any, so let's see how much money we just saved. All right, just for fun, let's do a little bit of math. Did I just say let's do math for fun? 56 minutes, and we have laid 55 bricks. But just to make this math a little bit easier, 56 bricks. Okay. Welcome to Mo Better Brick. So I was part of that generation that grew up being taught that you need to focus, go to school, get a good degree so you can get a good job one day. Joke's on me, because after 10 years of that really good job, I'm now chasing kind of the jobs that weren't the good options. But here's my thought right now. Now, after getting a 4-year degree, I was able to land a really competitive job at a Fortune 50 company. Now, the entry-level position I landed got me $43,000 a year. I thought that was awesome. Now, the position I had averaged between 10 and 14 hours a day. For the math, let's say I was working working 50 hours a week. We had 2 weeks vacation, so over 50 weeks throughout the year, $17.20 an hour. 4-year degree, working really hard, landing a good job. Not really being taught about trade jobs or how much they earn or how accessible those jobs might be. So here's me just thinking out loud and doing some math. Now the quotes I just got to lay the brick. There's no material cost involved. It is only labor. 60 cents to $1 a brick. We just laid 56 bricks in 56 minutes. That's including mixing up the mud, pulling all the material out here, getting all set up, the mud board, jointing and brushing. Now, and I'm also the slowest bricklayer in the entire world. At bare minimum, what I just did is the equivalent of $36 an hour, and you only get faster as you go, so that actually would increase. And at the upper end of the spectrum, $60 an hour. Again, at the rate at which I'm laying them in. You should be able to lay them twice as fast as I am. Now, that wasn't all the quotes. I actually went to a company, and they quoted me $15,600. This is more than a third of what my entire salary was for the entire year working for the Fortune 50 company. If I could brick 2 sides of this building in 4 months, I would be making the exact same money as I was working for a Fortune 50 company with a 4-year degree. So this could replace that with 2.5 jobs. Now, this is just some of the stuff I think about as I'm sitting here bricking this wall, and yes, I'm just procrastinating finishing this up, but I was never taught growing up about trade jobs, and that was never really an option in my head. But at this point, if my kids were to come to me and say, hey Dad, I don't want to go to college, I'd prefer going to a trade school, I am 100% behind them. This, I would also argue, is better for my health than sitting behind a computer for 55, 60 hours a week like I was in my previous job. That's why I'm happy as heck out here. And can't thank you guys enough for the support and allowing me to do so many different things and sharing with you on YouTube, whether that's building a shop, bricking a wall, supercharging a Silverado, or throwing away a paperweight Mercedes. I gotta get rid of this thing. But if you are enjoying the content, guys, scroll down and hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss any future updates, because we're tackling as much of this as possible, all DIY. I gotta increase my $36 an hour a little bit quicker. Let's shoot for $60 an hour on this next set. Now this, actually just thinking about it, procrastinating some more over here. I do need to start this thing up and move it around because I'm certain it's become a home to a lot of rats. And I honestly do not, oh my gosh, that scared me. Did you get him, Maui? Woo, rabbit. Oh, it's looking so good. As that wall just kind of finishes up, you can kind of imagine what the whole building's gonna look like. And what's super wild to think is this thing's gonna be done in the next couple days.
More certain of truth before.
I left it like this for a second to let the sand get off of this back portion, or also just sit and stick. 7.
Called a righteous man before. Yeah, I've been closer to
8,
Jesus
9.
before. So can you help me out? Oh, can you help me out? Am I on my own? Am I on my own? Can you help me out?
All right, here we go. Brick underneath, and butter the edge. Flop that down. 60 cents. $1.20. $1.80. And I'm just thinking for this weekend, I'll probably work it alongside the guys. It's not pretty. $2.40. Don't like that joint spacing. All right, I lost count. All right. A good bit of wall done. We'll have to do the math to figure out how much we just saved, but it looks pretty good, except for the spot I tried to clean off from the mortar because it's all white. We're definitely gonna have to do an acid wash, but because we are here and all of this is here and the crew is coming tomorrow, I want to claim the first stone from the front. So we're gonna place one of the largest stones right there, and hopefully I do it right. So I'll remove these pieces of iron, and then we're gonna go crazy. Not crazy, just we'll get one rock. I totally started that. Also, this is called a mortar ball. What do you think, my dude? This is the first stone of the entire front, so I'll sign it and you can sign it too.
I want a shop. Shop like this.
You want a shop? We'll build you a shop after I'm done. How about that?
You're right, bud.
Look good? One down. A lot more to go. Do you do a good job, Maui? Maui boy. What's nice is the courses line up with the other side of the wall. So it looks like one continuous wall with the door cut out of it, which is what we were going for. We have saved ourselves over $300 by finishing as much as we possibly can before the crew shows up tomorrow. And I think I figured out the right way to wipe off the excess mortar. Sorry, I'm trying to block the wind for you guys so it doesn't get all over the brick. We figured that out at least, and I need 85 more bricks to finish up this side. All right. Now these are little, I don't know what these are called, L's. As you can see, I pulled all these apart because I needed to rinse them off because the layer that sits at the very bottom is just basically all muddy. Pull those out, wash those off. Same thing with every cube. Hi, how'd it go?
Good.
Are you pumped for 2025 school year?
So pumped.
So pumped.
You're all good.
Saved myself $300 by doing all that.
Looks good though. Looks nice.
Now something I did want to go ahead and try out. These guys. I don't know if this is the right stuff, but we're gonna find out. We are finally filling the expansion joints on the back of the building with whatever I could find at Home Depot. All right, as always, starting in the least conspicuous area. This says it's a textured mortar joint repair sealant. I don't see texture, but okay. I'm okay with that. I'm just hoping it dries a little more white than it looks. Now we just have to wait and hope that that dries white. I don't know if it will. It's very gray. All right, Ohana. We are about to see rapid progress, very rapidly. Stone's ready. This wall is almost done. We saved ourselves about $300. The crew is coming in early, break of dawn, tomorrow morning. Stone's going up, bricks getting finished, and this entire side is gonna get done. And I'm gonna see how much I can do to physically help. Get ready to party, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and hanging out until this point in the video. If you guys wanna see the future of this shop, be sure to scroll down and make sure you are subscribed below. There's so much coming so rapidly. I could not be more excited, and I cannot wait to see the front of this building completely brick and stoned in. Let's go. We'll catch you guys in a few days for that next video. Until that day comes, as always, y'all take care. Ahui ho. Aloha. Custom home. Like that, Hugo.